Man, what's up, guys? I'm just trying to open this. I'm struggling here.
One week later.
Yes. Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. For those who don't know me, my name is Rick. And for those who do know me well, my name is still Rick. I went through a struggle and I realized that I needed to work out some, that I need to become stronger in order for me to actually open the jar. So while I'm going through that struggle, I come to a realization that I need to get stronger to open the jar. What do? I work out. And as a result, I got stronger and I was able to open the jar. Now this is opening a discussion where I feel as if struggle is necessary. And I'm not the only one who feels this way. Struggles are something that's a part of life in general. Everyone goes through some kind of struggle. What I want to say about struggle is that it's necessary. We all have to go through some kind of struggle. Why? Because we grow out of it. And I'm a stronger man now trying to open that jar. Now what I want to say is that as we are living our lives, we're going to go through struggles, and I don't think we should cry during our struggles. I think we should just embrace it. We think that we're going to die at the end of the struggle, but that's not the case. In most struggles, you go through it, you actually learn something, and at the end you realize that you're still alive. You're still alive, and now you're a different person. You may not look different, but you're actually a different person. You may have grown, you could have matured. You may have grown to be a person who loves even more. You may have grown to be a person who's more resilient. With that being said, let's think about all the top names we know out there. Each and every single person has gone through some kind of struggle, whether we believe it or not. Usually we tend to see the after product. We tend to see the product where they're big, where their name is up there, when they're on the top billboards or on the top Forbes list. We tend not to see what came before. I was listening to this guy, his name is Tony Robbins. He's a people person. He likes to help people figure out what is it that they need to do in their lives. He's a life strategist. He's also a businessman. A life coach. He's a great guy, a motivational speaker. I listen to him all the time. I feel like I know him because that's how much I listen to him. But he talked about this woman who grew up being so poor. She grew up being poor and in poverty, and while she was growing in poverty, she was lonely because the person I was watching over had to work and make money, so she was lonely for most of the time. And at the age of 9, that girl, she ended up being sexually abused. She ended up being sexually abused by her cousin, her uncle, if I'm not mistaken, and even a family friend. Now that's just crazy. It's crazy But then it's also crazy that this happens all the time, you know. But this girl, she's sexually abused for all these years. She's living in poverty. At the age of 14, she ends up getting pregnant. She has a boy, but the boy dies shortly after birth, you know. So now that's another struggle. That's another obstacle to overcome, like being sexually abused and being pregnant, and then the son having to die. Like, you know, that hurts. But I'm gonna let you know this, that same girl came out to be Oprah. Yes, there's only one Oprah everyone knows, and that's Oprah Winfrey. She has her own television network now, and even years before, she was let go, and they said that she was unfit for television, and she got a television network. See, all those struggles actually led to something even greater. I firmly believe that if she did not go through what she went through, she wouldn't have become the person she is. She developed resilience. Like, something like that could break a person, should break a person. You know what I mean? It should break a person, and they should feel like they're the blame for everything. You know, they're the blame from all the things that they go through, and being told that you're unfit for television, like you just feel like quitting. But did she quit? No, not at all. She didn't quit. And now her net worth is like in the billions somewhere. She's making that cheddar, you know? That's just an example of how struggle is almost like inevitable, and you need it. Like, you have to go through the struggle. So you want to be able to just embrace it. Yes, some of the struggles make me crazy, but think about it in the end. In the end, it's gonna make you someone better. It's gonna make you someone who has grown. Like, you're gonna be someone different in the end, you know. Then we have another person who, his name is Colonel Sanders. Not sure if the name ring a bell, but I'm sure you've eaten his chicken before. Colonel Sanders is the person who founded KFC. Now, he worked many different jobs in his life. At 62, he finally got his chicken out there, and he started making money off of it. Lots and lots of money. Like, I believe it tripled the money that this restaurant was making when his chicken got involved. That restaurant started to make triple the amount that it made before he came about. And so I believe a decade later, he sold his company. He sold the franchise as well in America for $2 million to some guy. And this was, like, I believe, in the 70s. So $2 million is a lot. I mean, it's a lot now, obviously, you know. That alone goes to show you someone who perseveres. Like, you would think, like, being shut down, because he was shut down a number of times before. You would think being shut down at the age of 4, in your 40s and your 50s, that you would just chill because you're like, oh my gosh, I'm old. Nah, he kept going. He definitely kept going, and shoot, at 62, he started making millions. So what does that mean? Through your struggles, you can actually learn perseverance. And that it's never too late to start. And that it's never too late to start whatever you want. Whether you be 60, 70, do something. If you want to start a business, fine, go ahead, start a business. You know, all those struggles that you have been through, use it. You've learned something from each and every single one of your struggles. Trust me, you have. One last person I want to talk about is actually Peter Dinklage. Most of you may know him as Tyrion Lannister. He's actually one of my favorite characters in the show Game of Thrones. For you 1%ers out there, get up on the show, please. Thank you. So you know him as the dwarf that plays Tyrion Lannister in Game of Thrones, and you think he was a success off the jump. Nah, that is not the case. Obviously, you know, he was born with a condition, and that was probably his first struggle. More likely that was his first struggle. Like, he's just there trying to reach for things, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not even trying to diss him or anything, but I'm sure he was trying to reach for things, and he always had to ask for help to reach for things. And then after graduating high school, he actually came to New York, the Big Apple. He actually came to the Big Apple to pursue acting. Like most college students, he was broke. He wasn't really making that much money. So he ended up renting an apartment with a friend. The apartment was filled with rats. Eventually, the friend actually left. Like, his friend left him, and he was just in an apartment with rats. So he had to buy a cat, you know, to fend the rats away, whatever the case is. But, you know, year after year, you know, he's just trying to get into theater. He's just working, like, I believe he was working a desk job, and he was working in, like, a printing shop or something of the sort. And He's trying to get into theater, you know, he's struggling. I mean, he was getting some hits, but the roles that were coming to him, they were exploiting his, you know, his condition, and the roles didn't have much depth, and that he didn't want to be a sellout. He pushed those roles away, and he said he's gonna wait for that role that doesn't really exploit his condition. And so that's another guy who persevered. And it wasn't until the age of 29 when he finally played in something that was small, but yet that's what actually got him to start. And years after, I believe he was 29 when he got that first role that he accepted. And after 29, they started pouring in. It was in 2011 when Game of Thrones started. He became Tyrion Lannister, and that was definitely a hit. And speaking of Game of Thrones, we have to wait a whole year and a half. As a matter of fact, I think we have to wait 2 years, 2019. Like, what? Like, I really don't know what to do on my Sunday nights. Okay, well, I mean, there is Sunday service. I can go to that. But 2019, all I'm saying is that season better be fire. That's all I'm saying. It better be fire. So pretty much what I'm trying to say is that struggling is necessary in life. You need it to grow. It pretty much creates that path to success. You know, for every failure that you have, let it be a stepping stone towards your goal. You know, that's my line, by the way. So as you're struggling, smile, be happy, because you're gonna become a better person out of it. And that actually comes from the Bible too, to be joyous during your struggles, because even the Bible knows that through your struggles, you're gonna become even greater. So I'm gonna just leave you with that bit. So I just want to thank you guys for watching, and there's gonna be more videos to come. Stay tuned, stay blessed.